Hello there, folks. It is another beautiful day in South Carolina. Ain't just a beautiful, beautiful day the Lord has made. Anyway, we're out here this evening. I don't know if y'all paid attention to where I was just at. The tractor shed's right there, where the Kubota and all is. And I was looking in a gap right here. I don't know if y'all remember, there used to be a tree there. Now it is there. That actually is one of the pine trees that got hit by lightning. And I had two former students of mine I contacted. I actually seen one of them at a wedding, and was talking to him and his brother are in doing some tree work. And so I said, well, I got a couple trees I need cut down. So they come and cut that one down. And then you remember, this is the other one, and the lightning ran between those two trees. And so I'd contacted the insurance. The insurance said they'd pay a little bit on the taking down of these trees. And so those two guys, they gave me to come out, and they looked at the trees and looked at the area they had to work with, and gave me a couple of quotes. I told them to give me two quotes. One on cleaning the whole entire area up, cleaning the trees up, cutting them up, doing everything with the trees all the way. And then another quote of just taking the trees down. So, and I went with taking the trees down, because after I started thinking about it, I said, hey, I can take all these branches and all this stuff here and all that, I can chip that up and make mulch out of it. And then these bigger sections of the two trees, I said I could probably take that to somebody and have them cut that into lumber for me. So I did. I contacted a guy that I know that has a sawmill not too far from me, and asked him about if he'd cut some trees up for me, and he said yeah, as long as they were 24 inches or less. And I measured these yesterday, both of these trees at the butt end here. Now the stump may be a little bit bigger than 24 inches, but that butt right there, it is 24 inches across. So that worked out very well. This one here, we're only going to get X amount out of it, because we do have it where it splits right there. So, and I may, when I'm cutting this up, I'm gonna probably just cut it right here. I'll just probably cut it right across where the split is, and then I'll just haul this. I may take this portion, it is fairly straight. I may take that portion to them, and they can cut up some shorter lumber. But I will have at least this big butt, maybe that portion there, and this portion here is fairly long, and it is fairly straight, so I can cut it somewhere right in there and get a log out of it. And then I should be able to get about 2 logs out of this other tree over here. So I can't get nothing out of what's laying down. I think this was maybe the top of this big pine that was standing here, but I should be able to get, it's got a little bit of a turn, but I can cut it about where the turn is there and take it to them. So but I said, heck, might as well give me some lumber out of it and chip the limbs up, make me some mulch. And other than, them just hauling all the tree off and limbs and all that, and then going to a landfill or dump somewhere, a burn pile, whatever it may be, might as well use it. So I told them, I said, just come and drop them for me. And that's what they did a good job. Boys did a real good job. Like I said, they were former students of mine. So and that, being able to help them out, and them starting this business, they've been doing it for a little while, being able to give them some business meant a lot to me. So, but anyway, so that's what we're gonna work on here a little bit this afternoon. while we're out here. I'm not sure if I told y'all the date or not, but it is Tuesday, October the 24th. So like I said, we're gonna work on this. I'm gonna go over there and we're gonna start up the old 1135 and see if we can pull these logs, get them taken care of first, get them out of the way. I got the gooseneck trailer sitting over out of the way from where they dropped the trees out, so I'm gonna drive, pull those logs over there to that, cut these up and get them pulled out, and then I'll start working on the rest of this. So I got a couple of chainsaws here. Got an old Husqvarna 40 here. Best guess, it's got a 300th, I guess, anniversary or whatever, I'm not sure, sticker on it there to 1989. So this chainsaw goes back some years. So a guy, actually a buddy of mine, wanted me to work on it. It hadn't been started in years, so I took it to school and worked on it and got it running. So I'm gonna fire it up and use it a little bit. Figure it's be a good test fit before I give it back to him. And then I got the old 455 Rancher that I'll work on some of this with as well. So we're gonna get them fired up, get this 1135 fired up, and work on some of this tree. So I'm gonna get y'all some footage and see how this goes. So stay tuned. Well, folks, I got the my big chunks moved. I still got maybe 1 or 2 pieces to move, but that won't be that big of a deal. I wanted to get all my big stuff moved, and I got all of it moved out of the way, and now I can go to doing some chipping. So a lot of this I'm gonna be able to chip, which is gonna be very, very nice. So, got all my big pieces out here staged and ready to go. This one tree, I'm hoping I can pick that whole length of that one right there. I'm hoping I can pick it all the way up. It'll make some nice, I don't know how long that is, at least 12 foot. That'll make some nice boards there. And then all of this is really gonna make some good wood. I just hope I can, I hope I can get it up. I really and truthfully do hope I'm gonna be able to get these hunks of wood up with a tractor or something. Might end up having to cut them down, but I hope I don't. Might end up having to cut this into 3 pieces. So this is a big old hunk of tree right here. So, but got all that staged and ready to go. So whenever I get to the point that I can load these up one day, I had to move the old bush hog, but I get to the point I can load these up one day, then I'll get it here and load them up. Like I said, this biggest one here may be my issue. I think all the rest of these I'll be able to manage, and especially once I cut them, get them sawed up. But that big boy right there may I may struggle with that one. I don't know. I have to see. But anyway, I didn't get any footage of cutting up because I ended up having some company, and so I worked while I had my company and couldn't cut the camera on. So, but anyway, it's probably about it for today on this. Like I said, next time I'm gonna be doing some chipping, get in here and do some chipping and start working on cleaning all this little stuff up. Got a few, like I said, I got a few big chunks here and there to get rid of, but really nothing that major. Got this one portion right here I have to pull out, but that won't be no big old deal. I got one portion right there to get rid of. So, but anyway. right, guys, it's another day. Last time I left y'all off, I had moved all the pieces of the 2 big pine trees that I had cut down. I'd got those moved, still had all the stuff there waiting and needing another day to work on getting all that chipped up, cut up, moved, and all that stuff. So I have done that. Today is November the 11th, actually Veterans Day. So happy Veterans Day to all the veterans that are out there. Hope you have a great day if you're watching this video. But anyway, I have spent one whole day. I think it was 2 Saturdays ago, I believe it was, which would have been like October it's probably the weekend right before Halloween, whatever that would have been, like 28th or 29th, something like that. I got out here, had a free Saturday, and I got out here and devoted my time to chipping and cutting up all the stuff. And you're gonna see a portion of what I did that day as far as chipping. I ended up with a pile of chips on the ground. I ended up with a trailer full of chips. I'll show you that. But I didn't do a whole lot of video. I just did not do a lot of video. And then I've got my logs loaded. I'll show you that. Just hadn't done a lot of video, and while I was doing that, just wanted to get all this knocked out, and so therefore I just didn't do a lot of video. And I should have. As I said in the other video, I didn't get any video of cutting the trees up because I did have some company that day. So turn y'all around. As you can see, I got it all cleaned up, other than that the one big portion of the tree there. It cleaned up very nice. I think it took me about 4 hours to get all that cleaned up. I got all that area there cleaned up as well. Went pretty smoothly. Like I said, you're gonna see some chipping video. This part, the chipper and all, my little trailer that you see over there. Part the chipper and the tractor and just went to it and cut it up. Used a little battery powered chainsaw and chipped all of it up. See here, I've got some chunks here. Probably end up taking and busting this up. Make some firewood out of it. Just cut that up into little firewood chunks to use in the fire pit and that type of thing. I threw some on my old pile of stuff there. I chipped some into that as well. The last bit of what I chipped, I just chipped up into my little section there, and I've got a pile of brush and stuff. So got all of it cleaned up, and it worked out really well. Like I said, it only took me about 4 hours, and did pretty good. So like I said, I chipped up the whole trailer load here. It's an old truck bed trailer that my uncle had many years ago. I pulled it out, didn't have but one flat tire on the whole thing, and it really wasn't even that flat. So got it taken care of and pumped up, so I was able to pull this out and made a nice load of chips there. I'm gonna use this in my planting beds, flower beds, and all around the house. So I wanted to get it covered up that way we can get soaking wet with rain when it did rain, and luckily it is raining for us today, thank the good Lord. So but like I said, I got that whole trailer chipped up, and I actually chipped up a nice pile beside my man cave. Got it chipped up so I'd have some there for my man cave. I've been wanting to do a little landscaping, so I'm trying to close the tarp, put the tarp back up. I want to put some mulch on the side of my man cave there. I'm gonna do some flower beds, and so I chipped a pile there for it. So like I said, it worked out really well doing that. So but anyway, and then I ended up, I really should have videoed loading these logs, because I was very pleased. I used the old International tractor. Changed out the bucket. Bucket's not a quick attach, but I rigged up a quick attach system, so I took the bucket off and was able to put the forks on the International, and I got these things loaded. This is that one big section here. It picked that up. I actually picked it up first, put it on the trailer, and it rolled off the other side. So that's why I should have videoed it, but I didn't. So I got it loaded, got that one on top. Here's another piece there in the center of that one. But I was very pleased. It actually picked it up. Trying to think, because I had to cut in half. This is that one short piece here that I had off of that fork. Got it on here, and then one of these pieces is that yeah, okay, I know which one it is. This is the biggest piece that had the fork on it, and I ended up having to cut it down to 8 foot. I did have to cut it down to 8 foot because the tractor would not pick it up. And you see where the fork was starting right here. But I cut it down, and the tractor was able to pick it up, and I was able to put it on the trailer there. So wasn't no problem. But the tractor wouldn't even budge it. I mean, it wouldn't even budge it. It full length that it was. I think it was probably about 12 foot long, and it was just way too heavy. So I needed to cut it down anyway because it was too big where the fork was. So that was perfectly fine. But this piece here and then that piece there would be the longest portion of the one tree. And so I cut off 12 foot, which would have been this section here. I cut this down to 12 foot, and then it left me with this piece here for the rest of the length, and that would have been that one tree that was actually standing right there. It wasn't the fork tree was right here, and then the other tree portion was right there. So so it worked out where I could cut those. Got a 12 foot piece, and then I got that other piece. It looks like it's probably about 16 foot, because if this piece here is 12, it's sticking out about 3 feet there, and then I'm almost 3 feet there. So that's a good 16 foot log there. So this works out nice. So I'm very pleased, very surprised and happy that I was able to get that tractor to pick that up, getting those forks on there, and that tractor, which that, you know, International, I think the back tires may be loaded on that tractor anyway. So it worked out well for it to actually be able to pick it up. It had the weight to be able to pick it up, because I ain't put nothing on the back of the tractor. So it worked out well to be able to have the weight and pick that up. So like I said, I used the old 784 here, pick it up. I had years ago, after I got this tractor, this actually I'd rigged up, this quick attach system I'd rigged up for the old Massey 360. And then when it burned, I took it off. Once I took the loader off of that tractor, I took it off, and measurements was able to rig it up for this tractor. And then a piece broke on it one day, and I took it off and put the bucket on and never put it back on. I said, well, I need to do it, because now my skid steer is actually down. It's got a fuel issue, so I hadn't fixed it yet, and I don't know that the skid steer would have even picked up any of those pieces. So I was pleased that I was able to get that back on, get the forks on it, and it actually had the capacity to be able to pick that up. So I was well pleased with that. So but I was glad to get it cleaned up. Like I said, it only took about 4 hours. I've got the equipment and stuff back, put in place, the majority of it put back in place. So I just got to get those trees delivered when the guy tells me he can take them, and I'll be good to go. I'll show you. I got the here's my pile of mulch there that I chipped up here beside the man cave. So I'm gonna spread that out. I'll put some plants and all in this area, sort of landscape around my man cave. So, but anyway, just wanted to give y'all a little update. Sorry I didn't get no footage. We're doing some of the chainsaw work and the full chipping aspect and all that. Just didn't feel like video, and was trying to get all that done, and didn't want to run back between camera and foot shots and this, that, and the other. So anyway, but anyway, thanks for watching. God bless each and every one of you. More videos coming. I just appreciate all of you. Give me a thumbs up, like, subscribe, comment. We'll see you in the next one.